And we're back. Finally back. Had a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiccup, if you will. Need a little bit of motivation. Need to get myself back straight. Got a new setup. Like my new setup better. My books in the background. Top shelf is the books I'm reading. If you can't see them, I'm sorry. If you want to know what they are, I'll gladly tell you. Second shelf is my Michael Connelly collection because the entire shelf is Michael Connelly. I got some comedy books, I got some goofy ass shit. I got some, I got some sports books, shit like that, biographies and whatnot. But that top shelf is top shelf for a reason. That's the good shit. That's the shit that I've been going through. That's the stuff I've been reading. I just finished up the Four Agreements again. Companion book this time. So that one was good. It was different. It was kind of the same book, but it had a little more extra details into it. So it was a really good setup. Perfect setup for the conversation that we're having today. This episode 3 of Clarity. Needed it again. Needed a little more clarity myself. I caught myself in some situations that I struggled to get out of, but I'm working my way through it. So we'll get through it. It's no big deal. At the end of the day, so this episode is going to be Just Like You, based off the NF song Just Like You. In the chorus of said song, it says, just in case my car goes off the highway or my plane that I get on decides this is my last day, I want you to know that when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, just like you, just like you. There's millions of us just like you. So a lot of the inspiration coming through and listening to that song is when it came to me at the time is I may be having a hard time and I may be struggling and I may have an issue with a situation or a person or an area of my life, whether it be romantically, relationships, work, home life, finances, whatever. At the end of the day, I am not the only person having those exact struggles. I'm not the only person in my city. I'm not the only person likely in my family. I'm not the only person likely in my state that's going through these issues. So, what NF is saying here to me is that he's saying, like, listen, like at the end of the day, like he says, if my car goes up the highway or if a plane that I'm on crashes my last day, like every day is the new and finite end to another day. Like, no matter what, when that day is over, that day is gone. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be Sunday again today. I'm not going to wake up, I'm not going to be able to go back. I can't go back 3 weeks and repeat the last 3 weeks. I have to take whatever the situation is that I've gone through and understand that no matter what, like, you have to keep yourself straight, but also understand that keeping yourself straight is inspiration and helpful to someone else because you're not the only person that's going to go through that same scenario. You're not the only person that's going to go through the stress of financial burdens. You're not the only person. I mean, why are there 1,000 videos for relationships, for wealth, for work, for stress, for all these things? Why are there a million therapists in the world? Because all of these people are helping people that need that same help, the same help that you may need, the same help that I may need, the same thing to help us all get through these situations. Ultimately, like, you have to understand that life is hard. And I heard this quote the other day, man, and it kind of caught me real good. It said, you never see a dark cloud stay over a house for long periods of time. The storm always moves on. And I was like, well, damn, that makes sense. That's pretty damn good. I mean, because no matter how quickly or swiftly or long a storm comes into your life or over your home or wherever it is, ultimately that storm will eventually leave. It never stays. Whether the storm breaks up and just moves on, or the days get better, or you pull yourself out the storm, or you leave and go somewhere else, ultimately that storm will no longer, it doesn't follow you. Like when you go through that storm, whether that storm's in your home, if you go get in your car and you drive off and you drive the opposite direction the storm is coming, guess what? You're going to drive right out of that storm. So, same as in your life, for example, gone through, I've detailed this before. I went through going through a divorce. It's not exciting. It's not fun to talk about. It's not something that I really like talking about. And it was pretty hectic at the end, and it was rough, and it took a toll and a burden on me, and it beat me up pretty good, and I beat myself up pretty good with it. And ultimately, I found my way out of that situation and was able to find peace for a little while, I'll say. Um, Ultimately, you know, I'm not ready. I can't get into that yet. Ultimately, getting out of that situation and finding myself in a place that's peaceful with my ex-wife for our child is important. And I'm not the only person going through a divorce. Shit, I'm not the only person in my family going through a divorce. There's enough there's enough divorce going around in my freaking world to make me question marriages in general. I mean, honestly, at this point, fuck. This is the divorce rate 50%. Shit, in my family, it's like fucking 80, 90%. Fucking annoying. But I'm not the only person going through the shit that I'm going through. I'm not the only person suffering the same way. I'm not the only person in the same situation. I'm not the only person that went through it. I'm not the only person that's going to go through it. I'm not the only person that's going to respond the same way I did. I'm not the only person that's going to wish they were dead most fucking days. I'm not going to be the only person that fucking put himself in a fucking psych ward. I'm not going to be the only person that fucking sits in his car some days and just wishes his fucking car would go off the tracks or some shit. I've been in all those fucking situations. It's not fun. It's no good. It doesn't help anybody. And honestly, I'm here to help spread awareness that, again, like NF says, you're not the only one just like you. I'm just like you. You don't fucking know me and I don't fucking know you. But at the end of the day, like, it does get better. It can get better. Things can change. Things can evolve. Things can happen. You could meet somebody new. You could find a new hobby. You could do a new job. You could win the fucking lottery. You could win a big ass sports bet. Shit. I mean, there's so many different things that could happen. You could do, and it could change your entire perspective and situation all in one foul swoop. But if you choose to just linger in the situation that sucks, it's not good for you. It's not helpful. It's not helping you. It's not helping you grow. It's not helping you maintain or move on. You're not going to get any advancement out of that. You can stay stuck, victimized, and miserable, or you can fucking go find your way out of it. Go find you something that makes it worthwhile, that makes shit happen. For me, my fucking daughter is my entire life. I mean, when shit went wrong in my life and my marriage, when shit went wrong in my day-to-day, when shit goes wrong at my job, when shit goes wrong in my home life and my relationships and my family and whatever, like, no matter what, I have a spunky little 2, almost 3-year-old that sat there this weekend and was just like, I love you, Daddy, out of nowhere. And no matter what, like, for me, for one, she was the reason I got out of the fucking hole that I was in. She got me out of lockup, because without her, there was nothing else for me. That was it. Like the only thing that kept me going through that entire fucking week, because that place was a fucking shit show, was her. And, you know, no matter who's let me down or whatever's let me down or if I've let myself down or whatever, at the end of the day, the one person I can always count on to make my fucking day better is her. Pick her up from school, daycare, whatever. I see her on the week every other weekend and stuff. Got her birthday coming up this weekend. It's gonna be fucking greatest thing. I am so excited. She turns 3. You know, she's so fucking precious. And, you know, for one, she needs me, you know, but I need her too. You know, she's gotten me through more than she'll ever know. You know, maybe one day when she's in her mid 20s or some shit, I can tell her, Olivia, you don't understand. Like, you know, I mean, when you were fucking 3 years old, like I was gonna kill myself, and I was just okay with that. I wrote you a fucking letter and told you that. Maybe at that time she would understand it, but you know, up to this point, she wouldn't, and it's good because I needed time to get through it and to be able to understand it myself, and to be there to tell her that story myself. You know, to be able to sit there and sit down with her when she's old enough and be like, you know what, Olivia, like, I'm so glad you're in my life and I'm so happy to be your dad because you literally saved me more times than I can count. Bad days, good days, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I mean, walking into daycare and just having her scream out daddy and just run up to me. We played on the playground today for hours, man. It was the greatest thing ever. Like, I was tired and miserable and grumpy and just not sleeping these last couple of days, man. But just having her little spunky, you know, energetic little ass running around. It's just the greatest thing ever, man. So I say all that to say, like, find your peace. Find your peace. Whatever that is, whether it's a hobby, whether it's hanging out with your friends, whether it's with your daughter or your son, or, you know, whatever that situation is, just find that. Cling to it. Make it everything. Because one day that situation won't be there anymore. Whether you're there, they're there, whatever it is, ultimately, you know, make those memories like every day is the last day. Like tomorrow, excuse me, that tomorrow, like tomorrow is your last day. Because unfortunately, it could be. But don't be the person that makes that choice. You don't choose your last day. I'm not choosing my last day anymore. I've chosen it before, and I was as close as I've ever been, and I will never do that shit again. Um my daughter is way too important. She's way too great. And the reasons behind this shit is fucking useless. To what end? Why? There are too many good things in this world. And for me, a spunky 3-year-old is the main one. There's a shelf full of books up there I'm trying to read. Shelf full of books below that I want to read. Shelf book below that and below that. All those I want to read. The ones I've read are these ones up over here. Oh, I can't do this. This top shelf on the far end, those are the only ones I can't do. Those are the ones I've already read. I've only read like 5 or 6 books. I got my next book on tap. If y'all want to follow along with me, I'll post it. I'll put it on the Facebook page or something. I'll post a setup. That's what I'm reading next. The Razor's Edge by W. Somerset Maugham. Or however the hell you say his last name. I don't freaking know. That's my next book. It's the book I'm about to read. All positive inspiration books, all based on the Aaron Rodgers Book Club from the Pat McAfee Show. I'm only on season 1 still. Season 2, I haven't bought any of his books yet. I got 1. But I have been working my way through them. They are very good, very interesting. So most of the books that I've gone through, I've added some other books to it on this shelf up here. There's a lot more. In fact, I'm going to show you this shit. All this right here. I've read this. This is what I've read. So my little notebook tells me to stop. I'm in the middle of this book still because I can't get through it because it takes fucking forever. These are the books on the list. These are the books that are not on the list. But guess what? I'm going to read them anyway. Because why not? Why? They're all good. Kind of the same authors, similar things. Right now, The Razor's Edge, W. Somerset McGuffin. How the fuck you say his name? But this, just like you, I'm just like you, you're just like me. We're all the same. We all go through the same shit. We all have the same problems. We all have the same issues. We all struggle with the same similar things. Maybe not necessarily the same. Maybe it's slightly different. Maybe relationships, it's one thing. Oh, hey, I have this issue. Or, hey, financially, oh, I have, this issue. Or I have that issue. I spend too much money, or I don't make enough money. Or, this is too expensive. Or that's too expensive. Or I don't love somebody like this. Or I'm not loved like this. Or whatever the situation is. Ultimately, at the end of the fucking day, every single person has someone else connects with you in a way that has its same fucking issue. And I'm telling you right now that I probably connect with you on 95% of those issues because I am an obliterated fucking mess. But I am right fucking here telling you right fucking now that I am trying to do better than fucking anybody else because as I said in the fucking earlier episode, maybe it was the introductory episode of this, is the devil took me to my edge. Took me to the fucking edge and he held me by the back of my shirt and he said, I'm dropping your ass in the fucking pits of hell. And he let go of my fucking shirt. And I'm just like, wait a second. I'm still fucking standing because I didn't fucking go down the path because I didn't get there because I was there. I was at the edge just hanging on. And he said, he's gone. See you. And let me go. And I turned around and said, bitch, you gonna let me go? Oh, you gonna let me? All right, let me go. Because guess what I'm about to fucking do? Ruin your life. I'm about to try to stop people from doing exactly what the fuck I did, which was go to that edge and stand there and stare and look out at everything. It was just like, dude, fuck it all. But I'm right here still. I'm right here because he fucked up. Because he stopped. Because my mission and situation in fucking life is to take my fucking story of literally leaving my daughter, leaving my stepdaughter, leaving my ex-wife, leaving my family, leaving my friends, telling everyone, fuck all of you, none of you fucking matter, and I was going to fucking end it. And I didn't. And I was allowed to come back. And being allowed to come back from shit like that, when you're all the fucking way there, when your clarity is at max capacity, and I was as happy as I could be. Oh, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm done. I'm out. I quit. I'm fucking done. Life over. And I got stopped. And I got to linger. And I got to think about it. And then I got real clarity to make this fucking podcast, to be there for my daughter, to be there for my friends, to be there for my family. My fucking sister just had a baby. I got another sister having another baby. Got to be there to celebrate some divorces. That's fucked up, but it's true because some divorces need to fucking happen because some people are toxic fucking people and they can fucking go to hell. I don't fucking push them over the edge. Toxic as fuck. Got a brother in the military, going overseas soon. Well, if you don't ever come back, it's fucking grim, but it's true. His ass gonna look me right in the fucking face and be like, oh, well, you know, they want us to write a will. I'll fucking, bitch, a will. You better fucking come back. That's all I'm saying. Better come back. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'll go to wherever you're gonna be and I'll bring your ass back and beat your ass again for the hell of it. Probably because the only way I can beat you up is if you're not moving. But it's neither here nor there. I love you, brother. Just kidding. But everybody's going through shit, same as you. Nobody's shit is more difficult than somebody else's shit. Everybody handles shit differently than everybody else. Everybody goes through shit differently. Everybody reacts to shit differently. Everybody responds to shit differently. Everybody gets over shit differently. But we all can help each other. People need to help each other. People need to be there for other people. People need to be willing to reach out. People need to be willing to talk. People need to be willing to listen. People need to be fucking positive. Because I'll tell you right now that I'm not always the most positive person. I used to be pretty damn positive. I used to be fucking bubbly personality and shit. And then shit went haywire and then shit got worse. And I don't know where the fuck I'm at right now. But I'm figuring it out. This will help. But ultimately, just don't be a cunt. Everyone is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. Most people are fighting the exact same battles in different ways with different people. But don't be a cunt. That's it.